go, baby.
Jermaine Kearse extends for the touchdown.
The effort was better.
The Jets are on the board first.
The result, the same.
New England knocks off New York.
The Jets drop their 5th straight. We'll take you in the locker room and break down how the defense broke down.
They made more plays than we did. It was just that simple.
That's next on Jets Late Night.
Let's go.
Jets Late Night, presented by Dunkin'.
Well, the Jets gave a better showing this week, but wins continue to elude them. Welcome to Jets Late Night. Steve Overmeyer alongside 9-year NFL veteran, former Jets safety Eric Coleman. Eric, the offense continues to struggle, put up big numbers, and in this modern NFL, that is a major problem.
Yeah, it is a major problem. And, Herm Edwards used to talk to us about the importance of scoring 24 points on offense. If you score 24 points, you give yourself an opportunity to win a lot of games. Right now, the Jets are struggling with that. During this 5-game losing streak, 11 points per game. That's not enough.
Let's take a deeper dive into this game. And we know Josh McCown does a lot of good things. I mean, he is an experienced quarterback. He's good at making reads. He's good at taking maybe what the defense gives him, but he did take some shots downfield. It didn't pay off. As a matter of fact, on passes of 10 or more yards downfield, McCown was 3 of 10 for 75 yards. Meanwhile, Brady was 8 of 13 for 160 yards and a touchdown. You got to get vertical, and it's got to pay off.
Yeah, you've got to take those chunk plays. You can't methodically work your way down the field all the time. Sometimes you need those big plays to alleviate your offense, to make things easier for them. But it all starts with the run game. To have a consistent run game, now the team has to bite on the play action. It opens up an array of things for the offense.
Yeah, they just did not have that versatility because the Jets were unable to really get this run game going. And I understand their offensive line has been kind of banged up a little bit, and they had to shake up that O-line. Spencer Long, that hand injury that we talked so much about in that Dolphins game, forced him to move from center to left guard. And even though the Jets only ran 12 running plays, Long did show agility, especially when he was pulling. Well, each week we love to hear from the fans. Feel free to tweet us your questions at #JetsLN. We will answer them right here on the show. Our first question comes to us from Omar, who asks us, why is it that this team seems to make no adjustments during any game?
The Jets do make adjustments at halftime. The only problem is the other team makes them as well. And there may be a mismatch that the other team may be taking advantage of as today. The offensive line probably went in at halftime and said, you know what, we need to run the football. I'm winning my matchup up front. And the second half, the Patriots came out, ran the ball well. The Jets did adjust. They brought Jamal Adams into the box. They had 8-man fronts. Too many mistakes on the gap fits, and a lot of explosive plays by the Patriots.
All right, well, the Jets lose for the 5th straight time, and now for the 7th time in 8 years, the Jets will not have a winning record. So how do you measure improvement? That is the topic for Otis Livingston and the Jets beat reporters.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Once again, joined by Connor Hughes of The Athletic, Daryl Slater of NJ.com. And let's face it, guys, before the Jets went on the bye week, they suffered that embarrassing loss to the Bills. A much better effort today. Is that the measuring stick going forward? And if so, what does it say about this team and this organization?
No, effort doesn't matter anymore. This isn't about effort. This isn't about putting forth that on the field. This isn't about coming close and trying hard anymore. This was supposed to be the year that the Jets started winning games, right? They were supposed to finish games. They were supposed to take the next step forward. Maybe they didn't win the division, make the playoffs, make a wild card team, but it was about getting to the point where they finally turned a corner.
And Todd Bowles is supposed to be a defensive-minded coach. This defense has been a disaster. So while the effort's been there at times, the results have not, and one of the reasons is because this defense has not held up its end of the bargain.
All right, finally, chunk plays are considered any play that goes for more than 20 yards, and the Jets gave up 10 of those plays today. In fact, they've given up more 20-plus runs than any team in the NFL. Sony Michel had a big day, Eric, but was it the blocking? Was it missed assignments? Was it just his moves? What was happening with him?
Well, Coach Bowles addressed it after the game. There was a lot of guys getting out of their gaps. Shepard gets pushed back into Jamal Adams. Now, Jamal's job is to make it right. So he sees no one's in that gap. He goes inside. The defensive tackle continues to get blocked back. Now you have a huge gap. That's how you spring through big plays. That's how they happen, by one guy not doing his job.
For Eric Coleman and Otis Livingston, I'm Steve Overmeyer. See you next week.